Warning. The following podcast contains major spoilers. Dumbledore dies. This is Crudimentary Questions with your hosts, Sandy and Jill.
Hey, Sandy.
Hi, Jill.
Well, all right. So, you know the classic question of if you had $1 million, what would you do? Yeah. I want to ask that to you, but due to inflation, change the amount because $1 million
Just
doesn't
is
go
not
a
what
long
it used to
way.
be.
You could buy a house in Nashville for $1 million.
Well, you could buy a house in Nashville for $1 million.
or
but
$4 million. I mean, there are homes that are a ridiculous amount of money these days.
yes, in terms of like if you're going to pay cash, if you had $1 million on hand, you would pay cash for a home in and around our neighborhood. You could walk away. You'd probably pay less for cash. If the house is going for $450, you could probably pay $400 if you paid cash. That would leave you with $600,000. I think you'd be fine.
Oh, man. I need to consult with you about my finances.
No, please don't.
Okay. So I want to change it to just imagine a ridiculous amount of money to you in your mind. I'm not going to give it a number.
Okay,
And
$1 million is pretty ridiculous.
Is it ridiculous? Okay. What would you do with a ridiculous amount of money? Like what would your, and I don't mean spend it all. What would you spend? Because like you don't have to spend it all if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, how would you occupy your time if you had money not to worry about?
I would go back to school.
Nice. Learning.
Yeah.
Good.
I would just compile as much
Information.
and knowledge and understanding as I possibly could.
School for.
I would probably go for theology.
Mm.
I know. It's
Surprising.
kind of surprising. Well, here's the thing. Once something has very nearly destroyed your life, you kind of maybe want to understand it even more. I think it's the way that a lot of people with who have dealt with mental health issues will go into like psychology or something like that.
And this will gain a goal of like, what's your end game there?
My end game would be to. Here's the thing: you go into something like theology or just any pursuit of knowledge, and it's not a great idea to already have an agenda, you know?
Yeah.
Because then you're just gonna kind of learn based on your agenda, but nobody goes into like a field of study without their own bias,
Right.
which is fair. I do know that there are things that people like evangelical Christians believe that aren't even in the Bible, and I would like to make sure that that's people are aware of that.
Gotcha. Okay. So
I would go back to school. I would not work a job that made me sad. I would contribute to charity, and I would like to think I would volunteer, but mostly I just give money. Giving money is so much easier than doing stuff.
Yeah, time is money, right?
Yeah.
So money's easier than time.
Money is easier than time, and so I'm going to do that. I would also, buy some sweet guitar pedals.
For some reason, I always thought you were going to say some sweet kicks. I'm like, shoes, huh?
I would probably get some new shoes.
Yeah.
I think that I was thinking the other day that I need a new pair of the sneakers that I wear all the time because they're pretty worn down, and I didn't get a new pair for Christmas like I normally do. And then I was like, they're $60.
Ugh.
I know, but I wear them almost every day. So
My husband got some new kicks from his sister, and they were $3 at the thrift store. And I know thrift store shoes, yeah, someone's already worn them, but these were hardly worn at all.
well, and if you wear socks, it's not a huge deal. And your feet are gross too.
And she cleaned them really well,
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, these would easily go for $50, and he got them for
Good deal.
a lot less. Anyway, so that's interesting because they say that your answer to that question would be that's what you should do with your life. I tricked you.
I should just be rich. That's what is that it? Because that's essentially what it is.
It's saying that without money becoming the main goal for your
like acquiring money, if you just already had it.
Yeah, if you already had it, then that what you want to do without the money being the goal is your quote unquote purpose in life? Is your real purpose?
Okay. Well, and I could see that being something that people might judge me for, because it's not like I said I'm going to start a business.
No. No. Well, and if you want judgment, you should listen to mine, because
I was going to say, well, I'm very curious. Very curious. What would you do with a ridiculous amount of money, Joe?
Yeah. So like my answer that I would say to most people as a I'm a normal cool person is I would travel.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about travel. Yes, of course I would travel.
I would see the world. But then if it were really happening and it wasn't hypothetical and I'm not trying to impress my peers, I would actually probably do absolutely nothing.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
I would literally, because here's the thing about travel. I'd have to leave my cat.
Oh.
That sounds horrible.
You could get somebody to watch the cat.
No.
Out of the question. Absolutely out of the question.
Then I don't see him.
Yeah.
I would have a hard time with that. I think that the main issue I have with traveling is I'm really fucking lazy.
I got you.
And it's a lot of work,
Okay. You have a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
And I think you're thinking too small.
I'm thinking too small.
Yeah. A ridiculous amount of money.
Yes, a ridiculous amount of money. You do not have to worry about money.
Yeah.
Mo money, no problems.
No problems. So you could find a hotel that would let you take your cat.
Right, but the cat on the plane, like I don't want to put Toby through that.
Okay.
Your private jet?
Yeah, right?
Private jet with a pet pin?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm not thinking big enough.
Yeah, right? So if you had a private jet, and this is your private jet, and you've hired these people, so they work for you. They're not working for like Learjet. They're working for Jill. And Jill says, "This is my cat, and he's going to roam freely about the cabin."
Okay, I have more things.
More things, okay.
Yes, I want that lay down chair in the movie WALL-E where the fat people don't have to stand
or look at each other when they talk.
Yeah, and I want the screen in front of me, and I want to play The Sims everywhere I go.
Yeah, you can totally do this. And here's the thing. So you get your private jet. You can get your limo driver to, it's like one of your servants, right?
Yes.
Can wheel you out on your like your hospital bed.
My gurney.
Your gurney.
My personal
on your
gurney.
personal.
Hey,
Sims.
And I could write a blog called Journey in My Gurney.
Journey in My Gurney. Oh my! You know what? I'm so sorry, but I feel like that probably already exists. And
This
it's
is my
some person.
purpose.
And it's some person who's really sick.
I'm really excited about discovering my true purpose now.
Yeah, your true purpose is definitely to lay on your back, play The Sims. So they're going to wheel you out on your gurney, and they're going to put you in the car. And at this point, you have not had to stop playing The Sims.
No.
So you get into your special limo that is made specially so that you can stay in your gurney.
Yes.
So it's kind of like an ambulance, but like way nicer. And then they drive you to the airport where your private jet is.
It's an Uber with a bed in it.
It's not an Uber. You own this thing.
Okay,
Ridiculous
it's my own personal
amount of
bed
money.
car.
Yeah, it's your own personal bed car.
It's a car with just a bed inside of it, and I sleep on the way.
Well, yeah, but okay. So at some point, you do have to get transferred to the bed. So are we still on the gurney, or have we moved from the gurney to the bed?
Maybe I have a jetpack.
That seems like work.
Too much work.
We're trying to
not lift a muscle.
We're trying to not do, like no calories expended whatsoever on this journey on a gurney.
I imagine by 1 year I'll be 300 pounds.
Oh, for sure. But you don't care about any of that because you have a ridiculous amount of money. So they take you to the airport where you are then taken from your ambulance bed place, still on your gurney, and you get then wheeled onto your private jet. And keep in mind, your cat is with you. Somebody else has him in the most comfortable cat crate in the universe.
Yes.
And so they put you into the private airplane, and this is a private airplane set up so that your gurney can just be like attached to the wall, so you don't even have to like get out of the gurney to take a seat, right?
Yes.
And you're still playing Sims.
Yes.
And they say, "Where to, madam?" And you say,
Paris, France.
Paris, France. And they fly to Paris, France, and the whole time you're playing The Sims, and we get Wi-Fi the whole time. You don't have to turn off your phone.
No.
You
Personal Wi-Fi.
Ridiculous amount of money.
Yes.
And Toby is playing all around you the entire time. He's having a great time. So you land in Paris, and then another ambulance Gurney bed car comes to get you. They wheel you off the airplane. They put you in the ambulance bed car, and they take you to the most palatial hotel with the best views. And they put
me continental.
Well, not continental.
Breakfast.
Ridiculous amount of money. You get eggs Benedict.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they have eggs Benedict in France?
I think eggs Benedict is French.
Is it French?
I feel like it's
Benedict. Benedict Cumberbatch is from England.
Is this one of those things where it's just like somebody didn't realize that reindeer was a real thing because they just heard about it with Santa, and then they find out there's actual reindeer. You know what I mean? Like it's something that
flying reindeer aren't real.
Yeah, I am aware. Yeah, no red news ones either.
Hey, you never know. But French fries are not from France.
No.
So there's some things that are a misnomer.
Oh yes, of course. But I do feel like hollandaise sauce is French.
Hollandaise. It's not from Holland.
If I could reach you, I would just smack you. Just give you a little. Anyway, so
I'm an American.
I don't know if you know this, guys. But
I'm a dumbass American.
I'm a dumb American, and I'm really uncultured. And I just get food put in front of me, and I shove it in my face, and I don't give a shit where it came from or the origins of it or anything. Hollandaise, I don't know. It comes from the diner.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about how Uber Eats is probably going to be the crumbling of our society as a whole.
People thought it was gay marriage. That was
no. And actually, it's when you can order anything and have it bring you to your door. That's when our society is dead.
Well, it's at least it's in the death throes.
I would say.
I read a headline but did not read the article because again, very lazy.
Yes.
That said our city's going to have late night beer delivery.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm never leaving the house again.
I know. I don't even know why you need to leave the house. To quote Pete Holmes' comedy special, he's like, everything you love is in your house. Why do you ever have to leave?
I think about that when I work a service industry job. It's anyway, and people come in and I'm just like, why are you guys here? Why aren't you home? Yeah. If I could be at home, I would be at home.
Oh yeah.
None of y'all are at work right now. Because you're here.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Go home. Home is great.
Yeah. It's amazing. You have everything that you need.
I've got the couch. I have Netflix.
Yep.
I have my phone that has the New York Times crossword puzzle app on it.
Yep.
This is sounding so terrible because this is actually a thing that I'm going through in my life is trying to defeat that mindset of being so, because it's true. You can get almost anything delivered,
right?
And
you can shop online.
You can shop online. I mean, why would you at this point? I'm like, why buy clothes? Because I don't wear them that often.
Oh well, I will say that I would feel uncomfortable. We've already had the nudity episode. Yeah. We can have another one eventually, but I would feel uncomfortable being naked in my house.
No, I'm not talking about being naked. I'm talking about what I'm wearing right now.
Oh, you mean just slob clothing?
I'm wearing slob clothing. I am slob chic right now.
Yeah, I like it though.
Also, you gave me these pants. God damn it.
They're the most comfortable pants. I am surprised you don't ever take them off.
I only take them off when I have to.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's. I mean, I have the same pair in camo, and I love it. I love them so much. I thought about. I did wear them to the grocery store a few times. So.
Oh, I have not yet gotten to the point where I can wear these to the grocery store.
I always see someone I know there. It's a whole and then it becomes. How can I hide in the aisles?
Duck.
And then I end up running into them 8 times.
Yeah.
And having the same conversation.
Yeah, avoiding. I see you again.
Like, hi, I am not buying tampons. Yeah. I do not have a period every month.
I don't bleed. What are you talking? I like making a big deal about what I'm buying. If I run into somebody, just just gotta stock up on all the cheese.
Yeah, there's way too many rolls of toilet paper. I had to get the plus size toilet paper for some reason.
Anyway, so ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
So have we gotten...
my purpose is to be as lazy as possible, apparently.
Well, and to play The Sims.
And to play The Sims, which I definitely do.
And all I'm saying is that you can travel, have your cat, play The Sims, and not move a muscle.
Meanwhile, you want to learn about theology.
Yeah, I mean...
Do you want to change your answer?
The truth is that I don't, because one of the things that I know I would do, because I am lazy as fuck. I'm not pretending that I'm not. But one of the things I do when I'm being lazy is feel bad about myself for how lazy I am. So, and
There's
I think...
a conundrum.
Yeah, and I think about all the things that I could do, and a lot of times money is a big, becomes a roadblock to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I want to travel. Yes, I want to, learn a language and a new language and immerse myself in it so that I can learn it better. And it's money. I can't afford to go away for a month. I can't afford, it's just plane tickets are expensive,
It isn't interesting, though, that you chose to learn something. Because I just asked myself, what would I want to learn, if anything?
Yeah.
And why did fencing pop into my brain?
I swear, this is why those sorts of sports are like rich people sports.
Yeah.
Because they don't have anything else to do.
They're lazy.
And
no, they're not lazy.
They're not lazy. No, they're working on a skill. It's just
they're working on a skill.
Essentially useless.
It's essentially well, is it though? Because I kind of want to be a badass swordsman.
Yeah,
swordswoman.
Yes,
shield maiden,
swords person, fencer.
I don't know what for. Maybe we'll go back to battling like we used to.
Maybe. And I feel like I want to clarify: if you're into fencing, you do you. Enjoy. But if you had a ridiculous amount of money, fencing would be
it would fit that lifestyle.
It
like
would.
Tennis.
Yeah, like tennis or polo.
Horseback riding.
Yeah, horseback. I did horseback riding when I was growing up, and so yeah, I feel like this could.
I only did once at Camp Cosby. No, I did twice, but we won't talk about the second time. The first time was a horse named Reese Cup, and he was awful. They gave me the awful horse.
Everybody says that. I think all those horses are just awful.
This one was mad at me.
Oh, they're mad at everyone.
Okay.
I mean,
I thought it was just like hated me for some reason.
Horses that their life is getting people who don't know how to ride put on their backs all day, every day, they get kind of resentful.
Yeah.
I've ridden a couple of those horses and I feel bad for them because they don't seem to be enjoying themselves very much. And, but yeah, if you thought the horse was mad at you, it almost certainly was.
Would you buy a horse with the money? Would you want to go into horse rearing?
I mean, I could definitely see myself getting back into it.
Yeah.
It is an expensive sport.
Right. But if money wasn't an issue.
If money wasn't an object.
Something you're passionate about.
Yeah. I just have a real... I don't want to take on any new responsibility. Other than if I'm already going back to school.
No, I feel you.
And trying to travel and buying sweet guitar pedals so I can, rock out. Finance my band's album. Oh, yeah. Actually print up some vinyl, go on tour, all of this. I would just... Have you ever known anybody who didn't have money and then came into a bunch of money?
Yes. I have a friend who married into money.
Oh.
Yeah. And successful spouse just rolling in that dough.
Yeah.
Living in like a country club estate. And so it was cool knowing like that they're taken care of now. So it's really neat to see that happen. Now, have you ever known anybody that's done the reverse, that they lost a bunch of money?
I wouldn't say lost. This isn't exactly the same thing. My dad's a guitar collector, which is, he's been doing it since he was a teenager. It's, so it's really cool. Beautiful, beautiful instruments, and it's a great privilege to have access to that when I was learning to play guitar and growing up.
Oh, yeah.
And he's also a very good musician. And there was this guy in my parents' church who had found out that I was, a songwriter, and so he offered to do some recordings with me. And he was a little younger than my parents, but he was at the time he was probably in his 40s. He had a family and a wife and a couple kids. I don't know what he did for a living, but they seemed fine. They didn't seem in peril financially. And so he took me. I went with my dad to this guy's house, and we did a demo essentially. And it was a good time. He was really excited to show me and my dad his guitars. And then a couple weeks later at church, his wife came up to my mom and dad and started talking, and she was crying. And I found out later that her husband had spent all of their money on guitars.
Oh my gosh.
Like all of it.
Oh my gosh.
Like he cleaned out. They had college savings for their kids, and it was gone. They were behind on their mortgage, and he would not stop buying guitars.
Oof.
And this woman was basically begging my dad to talk to him and to say, "You've got to stop. You've got to stop."
That's an addiction.
It was an addiction, and it was
Yeah.
also clearly some kind of cry for help. And it's this question: what would you do if you had a ridiculous amount of money? And this guy wanted to buy guitars, and he wanted to be a rock star and a great guitar player. And
wow, that's why you got to trade, man. You
buy
buy one,
you
trade
buy
one.
you trade it. You keep your five
It's a
favorite,
secret.
keep your 5 favorite instruments. But so it wasn't so much that they were super flush, and then became poor. It was that it's essentially it's like a gambling addiction.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, it reminded me of a gambling addiction.
It's just like this guy.
or a failed business or
Yeah,
something.
he got in this space where this was the only thing he wanted to do, and he did it at the expense of everything.
But technically, is he worth? He still has the guitars,
So
so he has the equity of
he has
the money.
the equity of
he
the
could
guitars.
sell them.
Yeah, I will tell you that the guitars that he showed my dad and I were how do I say this? Probably cost a bit of money. Their resale value is not going to be more than their retail value. The guitars my dad collects are vintage, so their value tends to go up. He was getting like that particular year's Paul Reed Smith guitars. He had like 7 Paul Reed Smith guitars.
Okay.
So you know what? Like yes.
Do you think
he
they've
could sell them.
depreciated?
They would have depreciated. It's like a vintage car or a car.
Right.
It depreciates right away, and then eventually it starts to appreciate again. And he was in the place where it was only depreciate. So he wouldn't even have gotten all his money back if he'd sold them. So anyway, money, there's a lot of ways where it's such a powerful thing because it can make your life. We were talking about how could it make your life this amazing, beautiful thing.
But it can also ruin your life, right?
It can ruin your life, and specifically, I guess we're speaking of squandering it or
Squandering
squandering
it.
somebody else's money. That's the worst thing.
Right. You would need a way for it to constantly be generating, like a royalty check. Oh, by the way, we were listening to Salt and Pepa last night.
Yeah.
And someone asked, do you think Salt or Pepa still has money?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, yeah, but TLC went bankrupt.
TLC
MC Hammer went bankrupt.
Well, TLC had a very bad record deal.
Right. And that's what I was saying. Like, I wonder what Salt and Pepa's record deal, because that's what it's all going to come down to. Who's getting the royalties?
Yeah.
Did they sign their music away?
Yeah.
And we looked it up. And maybe that should be our internet question.
Okay.
Yeah, don't you think?
I do think.
I think we're going to look up how much Salt and Pepper is worth.
Right now.
All right. We'll be back.
Hey, Jill, I have a question for you.
Oh, do tell.
Did you know that you can follow this podcast, Crudimentary Questions, on social media?
Wow.
I know, it's so exciting.
Tell me where I can find it.
You can find this podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Tweet me.
And the handle is Crudimentary Qs.
Wow.
On all of them.
And Q is short for questions?
Q is short for questions.
Unbelievable.
Whoever thought that up is a real genius.
That was me.
Follow us, guys. Let's get back to the show.
Woo!
Hey, we're back.
What's up?
And it's time for our interneting segment where Jill graciously looks things up on the internet, and I comment on them. Well,
Yes.
she comments as well, but
Yes. I love randomly searching things on the internet because then my browser history is just like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is your
didn't you
deal?
you looked up micropene?
I have that in my, I mean, yeah, if I die and they look in my Google history, they're going to be like, this person is crazy
Nah, they'll say that about
and
everyone.
sick and a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So I looked up Salt and Pepa's net worth.
Yes.
Do you have a guess for me?
Man, this
I will
is
just say
hard.
it's in the millions.
Okay.
Okay.
So they are not
They're not bankrupt.
they're not bankrupt. Okay. And is this just the entity of the band or the individual members?
They have individual member net worths. So Salt has blank amount and Peppa has blank amount.
neither one had a solo career after that I can recall.
Wasn't Spinderella something?
I feel like that was oh good lord. We are so like uncultured.
Oh no, wait, that's Deidre Roper, but she was in Salt and Peppa, right?
Yeah,
she was the third member.
I was going to say there's a third person.
So technically
Okay,
they have all different ones, but I'm only talking about Salt and Peppa.
Salt and Pepper has is there one that has like astronomically more than the others?
Right.
That is true?
Oh wait, what? No.
They're all about the same.
About the same.
I would say they're worth $10 million.
Very close. Salt is 14 million and Peppa is 15 million.
Okay.
So
Way to go, Peppa.
flush with cash is my guess.
Yeah, at least.
Okay, let's keep doing this.
Yeah. Who else do you want to look up?
How much do you think MC Hammer is worth?
MC Hammer went bankrupt, but then he had that show on the VH1 channel.
Oh, right. Right.
And I'm
think.
fairly certain he became a pastor. I don't know. Let's say he's worth 10 million.
Okay, way off. He's
Yes.
worth 1.5 million. So he's
All right.
definitely went bankrupt in 96.
Yeah.
And but you know, because he used to be a multi-million-dollar millionaire. So he lost most of it in the 90s.
Yeah.
MC Hammer is not legit,
No.
and he did quit.
He did quit.
Poor guy.
I think he quit maybe involuntarily. I think he would have kept going if
1.5 million is not bad to sniff at. It's just coming from such a great wealth back down. It's
he
hard.
was
It's got to be hard.
He had because they did behind the music another VH1. Oh good lord, VH1. Like
Remember
an
that?
advertisement right now.
Yeah.
But they had a behind the music special on him, and he like bought this incredible mansion, but that like he didn't obviously who needs a mansion, but he was like just him and his wife, I think.
Right.
And he had like these gates that said MC on them. Like he got his like these gold plated gates with his initials. I mean, come on. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that so anyway, I good for you, Mr. Hammer, for sticking around. At least he's in the
Yeah.
Is it the red that's good or you're in the black? In the red is bad. In the black is good. He's not worth
I think
negative.
black is bad.
He's not worth negative $1 million.
You know what? Find us on social media. Let us know which one is.
Yeah, find us on social media and just tell us how fucking stupid we are. Is hollandaise sauce from Holland?
I'm too lazy to Google it right now. Will you just let us know?
She just literally has a laptop
I refuse to
on her
type
lap.
that amount of letters.
Okay,
But
so,
I did find out Coolio's net worth.
Yay, Coolio. Okay, Coolio. I think he still tours.
Okay.
So
So?
I'm gonna say he's in the 5 million range.
5 million. Good guess, but wrong. He is worth $100,000.
No way.
Yes, he lost
Oh.
most of his money. I don't know how. It doesn't say here. Did he have a gambling problem? What's going on, Coolio? What did you do?
Coolio.
It's a long article, and again, let's talk about my laziness. But you could look it up on your own. I will tell you that I think he's now a chef.
No.
Yeah, it's
No.
like, what's he up to right now? He's cooking.
Okay, was he on one of those like celebrities try to cook shows because they have those?
It's possible.
And he's like, I will try to.
No, he wrote a cookbook.
Oh my goodness.
5-star meals at a 1-star price. Cooking with Coolio.
Let.
Sold on Amazon. Another ad.
How much? How much? How much?
Okay. Yeah.
I want to find out how much this cookbook is because I want to get it and I want to cook with it.
We're gonna link it. I think we should link that. Link this. There's only one thing that Coolio's been doing longer than rapping, and that's cooking.
He's probably been breathing longer than both of those things.
Okay, smart.
I bet he's been masturbating longer too.
Who knows?
One thing.
Who knows?
I don't like this
His
tagline writer. It's my new enemy.
Oh, it's $14 on paperback.
That's a lot.
It actually
Can you get it used?
Used. It's 47 used from $2.11.
Okay, I'll pay $2.11 for used Cooking with Coolio.
I'm feeling charitable. I kind of want to pay the 14. Like he needs help.
You know, he indirectly gave us Amish Paradise by Weird Al Yankovic. So I think I owe him $14.
Well, I was a
for all
real
the
big
pleasure
fan
I've
of
gotten out of.
Coolio. I liked his song.
That one, yeah, you like the one? You liked the one song,
did.
didn't you? Yeah.
I
I also
did.
liked the one song.
And the movie that it was associated with.
the movie was okay. The movie wasn't
Michelle
great.
Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer was
straighten up
hot.
some kids in the streets.
Oh, good Lord. I didn't know what, like,
Her and Catwoman, man.
yeah, I didn't know, like, what bisexuality was at the time, but I knew I wanted to see that movie
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. Do you remember that movie One Fine Day with her and
George
George
Clooney.
Clooney? And she wears her child's dinosaur like t-shirt.
Oh, my.
That is way too small and shows her midriff, and I was just like, humana. I was like, why am I attracted to her in a dinosaur t-shirt? What's happening?
Yeah, there's a lot going on there, but it's good.
It's good.
I don't remember that scene, but now I'm going to go watch the movie.
I might have seen that maybe way too many times. I think my mom had it on DVD.
Yeah, well, you know.
Or Laserdisc.
George
I can't remember.
Clooney as well.
George Clooney. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And wasn't he Batman? He was like the worst Batman.
He was
though.
Batman once.
Interesting.
And
They're
once
connected in
only.
the same universe.
They
Two
are in the
different
same
things.
universe, but she
was in a different movie.
You know, to
for
be
Batman.
fair, I think the Tim Burton Batman is a different universe than the Joel Schumacher. It's the same story, different universe, if that makes sense to me.
Sure.
How much is Michelle Pfeiffer worth?
Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh, good question. Oh, God, I bet a lot. Okay, wait, I want to guess with you. I haven't looked at it yet.
Guess.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Are you flush with cash? You gotta be.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 40 million. Is that too much?
I think it's too little.
Too little? Okay, what do you think?
50 million.
50 million. Oh, okay. Are we doing Price is Right rules? Just
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer. The first thing in my Google is Michelle Pfeiffer Coolio. Like, oh yeah, that's how we got here.
Yeah, that's how we got here. Yeah, yeah.
Let's not forget where we came from.
Let's not forget Coolio. And guys, Cooking with Coolio.
Cooking with Coolio, Amazon.com. It's a new site.
Yeah, you might not have heard of it. 14.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Michelle Pfeiffer, 80 million.
Oh, good for her.
$80 million.
Nice.
Holy moly, Catwoman.
Yeah, way to go.
Instead of Batman.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to also talk about Johnny Depp.
Let's discuss Johnny Depp.
Because you can't have a money episode without talking about Johnny Depp.
And Nicolas Cage, who I think we should get to.
That's
after
true.
all of this. So what is this? Wacky celebrities who just do bullshit with their money?
Well, we talked about like going from rich to poor, and this, I mean, is by far, okay, so
He's not poor, but he has had some money troubles.
at some
times.
point, Johnny Depp was worth $400 million.
I believe it.
And now he is basically bankrupt.
Oh, come on.
After doing things like spending $3 million to fire Hunter S. Thompson's ashes out of a cannon.
Oh, I remember hearing about that. How much did he spend?
$3 million.
How does it cost $3 million to fire ashes out of a cannon?
I do not know. Maybe
He
to rent the cannon.
Maybe he could have gone to fucking one of the Civil War reenactments they have all over.
Maybe he bought an island to do the cannon firing on.
Yeah. I have a feeling Hunter S. Thompson would have hated that.
Oh,
also.
yeah. He also had a monthly expenditure of wine. And what do you guess he spent monthly on wine?
I heard about this. And
Okay.
I think it was it $30,000?
$30,000, and in a recent interview, actually, he admits to spending way more than $30,000 a month on wine.
Why? I don't mean why. I mean, why would he tell somebody that?
I don't know. He's a weirdo.
I get spending a lot of money on alcohol. I understand that.
I do it.
Yeah, I spend way too much money.
But I'm buying like $20 bottles of wine.
I know.
And they're
$20 bottles of Jill,
I'm splurging.
I cannot remember the last time I bought a bottle of wine that was over $15.
I've been getting a $20. Okay. So hear me out.
Yeah, this is
It's my new favorite wine from
Okay.
Kroger,
yeah.
and the name is Menage a Trois, and it's a white Pinot Grigio, and it's delicious, and it is $19.98 with your Kroger discount.
Oh, wonderful.
And I don't know. I like to splurge. Whatever.
No,
I'm
treat
bougie.
yourself.
I'm
Yeah.
bougie now. Okay, that's how it is.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's how it is.
You can. I if I was getting, if I was gonna get like whiskey or something, which I don't buy often, but I would not get low shelf. I would get something nice. I would get bourbon or Four Roses or something.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good question. What's the most expensive
Alcohol
wine or alcohol? We'll just.
I know the answer to it, and it's because my friend Lisa, when she graduated from college, I bought her a $65 bottle of wine. Yes. And,
wow. But like at a restaurant, have you ever gone for the?
No, I haven't. No.
Because I feel like that's probably more expensive at a restaurant than it would be at a wine store.
Oh, it's definitely
Gotta
is.
be, right?
Yeah, totally. But anyway,
getting the experience.
I bought her a $65 bottle of wine. She was, so excited. So we opened it together. We were gonna drink it together. We both clinked our glasses, took a sip, and then just looked down at the ground.
Because it was horrible.
She just kind of goes, they talk about wines that go really well with cheese. And I think this is one of those wines. And I was like, this is awful.
Yeah.
It tasted like cheese.
Ew.
Yeah. So anyway, Johnny Depp he's in either the red or the black, because we have not decided which one of those.
Yeah, again, let us know which one it is, because I have no idea.
So he's negative.
I think black. Red is bad. Red ink means bad. Black is good.
This is how we're
Why can't it just be red and green? That's intuitive.
Stop it. Red is stop. You don't have any more money.
Stop spending money. Green is go. You can
have
spend
money.
it.
You have money. It's green.
And then there could be like a yellow where you're like, well, we're getting one or the other.
We're getting close, man. We're getting close.
That would just apply money to traffic lights, and then I will understand.
You know what?
Better.
If you applied traffic light logic to so many things, I think so many people would understand so much more.
I agree.
Anyway, real quick, let's look up Nicolas Cage.
Okay. We got.
Okay, because this is what I know about Nicolas Cage. He bought millions of dollars worth of comic book stuff because he's obsessed with comic books. He also spends a lot of money on liquor. He's been divorced a couple times, so I'm pretty sure he spent money on that. I've spent a lot of time in New Orleans, and he used to live in New Orleans, and so the city is rife with stories of his antics.
Right, and I know he's a crazy person.
I love him.
I mean,
so he is
he's
fantastic actor.
Hilarious. My favorite monologue is him in the movie Vampire's Kiss, and he just says the alphabet.
Are you serious?
The script is the entire alphabet that he has to recite, because he's complaining about people who can't file appropriately. He's complaining to his therapist.
This is amazing.
About how it's really easy to file. How could you misfile something? It's alphabetical.
And then he just does the alphabet.
And he goes A B C D E F G H. It's easy. I've never misfiled anything, not once.
Well, you just sold me.
Look it up. I will post it. It's hilarious.
Wonderful.
It's the best. Okay, so I forgot to mention Johnny Depp's current net worth. He did maybe file for bankruptcy, but it's still $200 million.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
he's not suffering.
Yeah, probably has a lot of assets.
Yes. But in comparison,
yeah,
Nicolas Cage's net worth is $25 million.
Yeah, and he was in The Rock.
Yeah,
and Con Air. I mean, he should be worth more than that, but he bought 3 castles or something.
Yes, and I think that a lot of it was the divorce.
Yeah.
There was a divorce. At some point, I think the highest he got was $150 million from acting alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just been in so many...
He's been in so
blockbuster...
many movies. Yeah.
movies and terrible movies.
He just does everything.
Money making movies.
Like, I think if I called him and was like, Nicolas Cage, will you be in my movie? If I had $500,000, he would be in it. He'd be like, I don't even care.
Right.
Like, yeah, but that's one of the reasons we love him. He's a bonkers person.
Yep.
But that's at least he has something, you know. I'm kind of proud of him for that.
Agreed.
Okay, so we should probably we're gonna call our friend. We're gonna ask a dude.
Ask a guy. Yes, we are going to ask him. I'm not sure yet what we will ask him, but we will figure that out on the break.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you in a moment, or we'll talk to you in a minute.
We're gonna come to your
We're
house.
just
gonna bust in.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
See
close
you in
your
10
eyes.
seconds.
Open them. Knock. Knock.
If
knock.
you're in your car, we're gonna pull you over. I don't know.
Okay.
How is that possible? We'll see.
Okay. We'll talk to you in a minute.
Ask a guy. Ask a guy. We need a man's opinion, so we'll ask a guy.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome to Crudimentary Questions.
What's up?
Carlos, we have a question for you.
Indeed, we do.
Oh boy.
Are you ready?
Hold on, I'm locking the door so nobody can come bother me.
You good?
Daddy, are you on
lay it
the
on me.
radio?
Daddy, what are you? What are they talking? Are they talking about penises again?
I'll just tell them I'm pooping. That'll make them go
Good
away.
strategy. Good plan.
Yes.
All right. All right. So this is the question. What would you do if you had a ridiculous amount of money?
What would occupy your time?
What would you do? Okay, so we're like getting past all the houses and cars and boats and family. And
Yeah,
trips
of course.
and all that stuff.
You would have no debt, no money worries whatsoever. What would you do with your time?
Like a hobby or something to keep me from masturbating to death.
If that's
Or masturbating
if
to
that's
death.
what you want to do, because this is a ridiculous amount of money. So if you wanted to like hire a particular porn star to join you,
By the way, Debbie might be listening in.
oh right,
I'm sorry.
don't do that.
Gosh.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, if you
unlimited funds, whatever I wanted to do. Like, I'd probably start a company, but I wouldn't know what it would be.
Whoa, starting a company.
good for you.
Yeah, because you gotta like do something, and I
Yes.
don't want to do my job anymore.
No, but
I don't
what would
want to
your
work for
company
anybody
do?
else. Work for just me. Let's see. Well, I have a few business ideas, but I don't want to let them out because somebody might steal them.
Oh, good
Wise
plan.
man.
My intellectual property is mine.
Yeah, it's true. You should probably get on that. Get yourself some domain
Yeah,
names.
you think?
I think that's a great
Um,
idea. Because then you
what's
could make
that?
sure to have more money coming in.
Yeah. I don't know, like open a bunch of subways for one. No, those don't make any money. Those are crap.
Good, get a Quiznos.
I love the idea that you would open up a bunch of subways just so you could have more subway.
That was my thinking immediately.
Oh, see, that was a good idea. I didn't even think about it that way, but that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, so like when you go like to visit your family in North Carolina, you've just purchased all of the subways that are like on that stretch of highway.
Kind of dot it along the way. Spread them out every 50 to 100 miles.
Yeah, and
Well-
so you just pull into one. You're like, I'm the owner. Give me sandwiches.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think bigger, too. You could easily just rename them Carlos Ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mike's, like Jersey
Oh.
Mike's, but Jersey
he's-
Carlos.
Carolina Carlos.
Carolina Carlos.
Yeah.
All right.
Carlito's Way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just without all the bloodshed, perhaps.
So this is going to seem very selfless, but honestly, if I had that much, I would want to get involved with someone like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
You know,
Ah.
he's the real life Iron Man. Let's go ahead and save the world, move things forward, get out into outer space.
That's awesome.
This little planet that we've got here isn't enough for us. We need more.
Yeah.
That's
Which
nice.
also sounds very greedy as well.
Well, no.
Surprised we hadn't brought him up yet, and I think it's because I was afraid I didn't remember his name. I think I might have called him Elon Mollusk, which is not right.
His name doesn't sound real.
He's a
to begin
sea-dwelling
with.
creature.
Yeah, sea-dwelling. Yeah, I think this is a great idea, Carlos, because it's not something that I had thought of exploration. Like even like going to the deep sea or something. Like helping to design technology. That would be amazing.
Exactly. These things that are not funded well enough. Let's put money back into them and get things moving again.
Yeah,
I don't know. Let's develop the Star Trek, the what are they called? The replicator. Let's get that thing. No, no, that was big on your part. A spaceship. I'm thinking more of like a thing that makes food out of thin air.
Yes. He just paid for the city of Flint to have clean water. I'm like,
are you serious?
Go you, dude. Yeah, he just
There
got.
you go. Bill Gates. Bill Gates has some machine that turns poop into water.
Good for him.
Weird.
Yeah, I was thinking
Look
about
it up,
Bill.
It's true.
I was thinking about Bill Gates too because he and his wife have done more to like fight disease than
Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Yeah. So you'd be
now
that.
Now we're like plugging billionaires now.
That's true.
Sponsored by every millionaire in the world. Give us money.
Yeah. So would you try to like go to the moon?
Nah, let's go further. I know exactly where I would want to go. This is where I would shoot for Titan. It's the one of the moons that goes around Saturn, I think, or Uranus. I can't remember.
Oh, it goes around
and
Uranus. I'm sorry. That was immature.
It could. If you want to. If you got enough money, you can make anything happen.
Titan, is that
I think it's one of those that might be able for us to live on.
Yes, it's one of the ones with water molecules on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's what's true. You should start buying up that real estate now.
Ooh, or what would be probably even smarter is selling that real estate online because some dope will probably pay for it. Just like the big, what was it? They had like the star naming craze for a while there.
Oh, yes. Buy a star. It's kind of like buying a whale in the ocean. It's like, purchase this narwhal.
This is my adopted whale.
It's like,
no, it's not.
That's a picture that everyone got.
Yeah, everybody got the same
It's the same narwhal.
Yeah. So yeah, this is I really like your ambition, Carlos. This is great.
So there's that, and then there's the flip side. Go pure evil and do like genetic experiments, crossbreeding of animals, try to develop superpowers, radiation, gamma rays, stuff like that.
Wow. I could actually see that happening.
You would be such a good supervillain.
I would.
You would. I mean,
Was that a cat? Did somebody just make a cat noise?
That was me. I am part cat.
Because I was actually thinking of Dr. Claw from the what's his name, Inspector Gadget with the cat. I'm like,
yes.
Yeah.
I could totally see that on you. You would wear villain really well. I would. I just see it.
So, what animals would you cross?
I'd be real like cowardly too. Like I'd talk a big game, but then once like Captain America came to take me down, I'd get out of there.
You just fly away to your plantation on Titan.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's for Titan. The peons. The peons fight Captain America. My little mutant soldiers go get him with. More than likely they're not going to be intimidating. They'll come out with like 3 fingers, and that's their mutation. Like they poke them in the eye. Wow. That's all they can do.
Just super accurately.
But it's something.
Well,
it's something they got.
I could see you, I could see you like doing that trope where you leave the villain alone in a precarious situation. You're like, bye, ha ha ha, and then they get out of it by.
You mean they leave the
zapping
hero?
the rope or something? And
okay.
It's just because you left them alone that they escaped.
And I probably told them my evil plan too. You never tell your evil plan.
Yeah, don't tell your.
Because then they can defeat you.
Yes. Thank you for all that exposition, evil villain.
No.
Yes.
I watch a lot of superhero movies. I know what's going on.
Well, that's enlightening, Carlos, and I really hope you don't get a lot of money.
Or
I want to be on your good side.
Yeah, I think we need to.
I'm going to go play the lottery tonight because the world will give it to me because of what you said.
Awesome.
Yeah, just remember us little people when you are, when you're thinking about the genetic experiments. Just remember you like us.
Yeah, and
if you're lucky, maybe you'll be one of the units.
No.
And I really do think that either way, you should just build a lot of subways because you could think of it as an evil thing to do as well.
Yeah, I mean,
It's Carlito's way.
yes,
first off.
right.
And yes, definitely going to happen.
Well, thank you so much for your input in this theme, and we look forward to calling you again in the future.
Anytime.
Woo.
All right, bye, Carlos.
Bye, Carlos.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to us chat about money.
Yes, we appreciate it, and we had a lot of fun.
We also want to thank Elon Musk for his contributions to our society.
And Bill and Melinda Gates.
Yes.
We need to also thank Nicolas Cage.
Yes, all of the celebrities that have gone bankrupt or make way too much money and that we got to talk about.
Yeah.
Because it was funny.
We would, I think we needed a special thank you to Coolio.
Coolio, we are so appreciative of your recipe book.
Yes.
I'm going to buy it and learn how to cooking with Coolio.
Yeah, I think everybody should go on Amazon, the new site we found.
Our first commercial.
Yeah, and go buy Cooking with Coolio. Yeah, let's give Coolio some Mulio.
Yes. Oh my God, TM. And we also want to thank Carlos. We will call him again in the future and talk about penises again, I am sure.
Yes. At the very least, some ball sack.
Anyway, stay tuned and watch out for a new episode next week.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.